I got one more question on like Cannibal, pretty much, and because I know you're on a time crunch,
right?
And then we'll do your Dream Festival.
Yeah.
I rarely get someone in who has not only, I mean, I always get people in who lived through this, but who were at the top of the game through actual CD sales to now. I get people that were just before, and I get people that were in the middle, whatever. Right. Did you notice a change in royalties at like, or like, you don't have to give me figures, or like when, you know, Napster and everything, 99, my professional career happened after Napster, so everything I know from Spotify royalties and all that being crap is just all I've ever known. Did it really like crush royalty rates like they said? Like, were you making bank in the 90s and then less and then back now?
It's weird because, man, I'm so, you know, out of the game of like knowing any of that for the most part, you know, like, but for us, all I can say is it just always seemed to I always like to say we just slowly went up the ladder in every aspect, you know, in the finances, of course, in the popularity of the band and all that kind of thing, you know, as us as musicians or what have you. So, you know, it's weird because you've lived through all these trends and, you know, the fads of bands, and we just did our own thing, you know, and, you know, we were selling decent back then. I mean, The Bleeding was a great selling record for us. It was huge, you know. So, I mean, I think death metal bands for the most part don't make a lot in the record sales. You know, you're not selling millions and millions of records, you know, where it's going to be noticeable, I think. So of course it was always, to us, it was always, okay, that's just secondary, you know. I mean, money's going to be generated.
Touring.
It's going to be touring and selling merch on the road. And that's all it's been for our whole career, you know. So in those regards, we noticed, like I said, just going up the ladder, just slowly inclining, you know. The guarantees are getting more. You're selling more merch. You know, of course, you're selling a few more records or whatever. Yeah. So that's all. That's the only thing I can gauge it by or judge it by is just like, you know, I don't even know what was happening half the time with any of that. You're just focused on playing, doing the best you can, making your, you know, next record, writing the better song, and going out and supporting, you know.
So it's been a gradient. It's not, you didn't know it's like a 99 drop off.
No.
I only know because I downloaded loads of Cannibal Corpse.
Right.
Definitely illegally.
Yeah.
But here I am, a fan, however long later.
Yeah. So didn't really think of any of that, you know. So I can't actually answer that properly, actually.
And the band's bigger than ever.
Yeah. So you know.
So yeah. Piracy's fine. You heard it here first. Piracy's absolutely fine. Don't demonetize the video, please.